Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Say hi when you jump on, hit that heart button for me. Let me know that you're here and that you're watching. Y'all, I am back from my camping trip. We got stories to tell, we got things to talk about, and I want to know how your weekend was. So please let me know in the comment if you guys did anything special this weekend while I pull up a keyword for you to type in. And when you type in that keyword, you're going to get a supply list from me with all the things that we're using tonight to make this project. Probably. There's a couple things I might add. I'm not quite sure yet. So y'all, it's July. July means Christmas in July sometimes. So come on, Facebook, pull this up. Let's see if it'll come on here. So we're going to do a Christmas in July project tonight. Hello to all my friends as you guys are jumping on. I'm still trying to get that keyword going there. All right, I think I've got it now. You guys type in the word Santa. S-A-N-T-A, Santa. Type in Santa to grab that supply list for tonight. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Leanne and Ruth. Hi, Kelly and Wendy and Margie and Wanda K. Hi, Melinda and Amanda. Hi, Lisa Marie and J.A. Murray. Hi, Diane. Hi, Carol. Had a busy weekend. We're getting ready for our cruise starting on Friday. Oh, how exciting. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Jan. Hello, Wendy and Jeannie. Hello, Florine. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Ray. Hi, Tanya and Christine and Florine and Dottie and Mary. Everybody's coming on. I love it. All right, let's get down to the end here. Hopefully more people will jump on with us. But it is Christmas in July. And there are some new things that came out last week with our autumn collection. And those things were Christmas related. Two of which are new sizes. So we're going to play with some stuff today. And I think I've kind of in my head have this new technique that we're going to try out. So stick around for this project. I think you're going to love it. Santa is the keyword. So we're going to be doing two things that are new today. This is a new surface. This is our 9x9 chubby square, which is perfect for our new 9x9 transfers. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Maxine. Hi, Jennifer. No glue gun tonight, Jennifer. Hi, Renee. All right, so you guys, let me get this opened up real quick. And this is, it's a block chubby, you guys. So it's basically a wooden block that fits perfectly our new 9x9 square, or 9x9 transfers. And I think it's really, really cool. Really, really cool. So you guys, we did go camping over the weekend. We had a blast, but it did not go off without a hitch. Let me just tell you. Yeah. It was our first time camping this year. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody, as you guys are jumping on. First time camping this year. And, well, let's just say it's never a dull moment when it's your first time camping. Hi, Connie. Hi, Rachel. Hello, everybody. This is the transfer we're using tonight. It's called the Vintage Santa. So stinking cute. Just got your CU. Hi, Nancy. All right, I'm just going to open this up real quick. Y'all, we're going to use a whole bunch of colors tonight. I went to Mackinac this weekend. Carol, really? So y'all, on Friday, I was like frantically all day long trying to get our camper ready to go on this trip. Okay, just to a friend's house. But first time opening up the camper, there's a lot to do. And I still haven't figured out why my hot water's not working. But my hot water never did work this weekend in my camper. We'll get that figured out soon enough. I did some troubleshooting though. There's some things I got to try. But when I went to fill my tank with my water, apparently in the fall, I forgot to put the cap back on. So I was putting water in my camper and it just started draining right back out of my camper. Y'all. You guys. It was already 7 o'clock at night. We hadn't left yet. And now I realize I have no plug to plug my camper water tank. I'm frantically running to everywhere I could think of. Finally, Home Depot had a plug that would fit, but it wasn't the right thing. I made it work and I modified it to make it work. But we didn't pull in there until 11 o'clock Friday night. So it was just insanity. And yeah, it was an all-day process, and we're still got some kinks in our camper to work out before our next trip. So, y'all. Hi, Lola. Hi, Carol. All right, so I'm just taking this 9x9 transfer, and I took it off of that backer sheet that we keep it on. These are adhesive stencils, basically, what we call transfers, because they're not a stencil, they're a transfer. And you have to fuzz them when you first get them to keep them from over sticking. They start off really, 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 really sticky. So we're going to start our project today by just laying this on this piece here, and it should fit pretty darn perfectly on this 9x9 square. Now, we're not just doing this. Yes, I did, Carol. I sure did. Oh, that's not straight at all. I sure did rig it up. But it'll work for now. It will work for now. And I have the new parts that I need in the Amazon cart. So ours is a, it's a fifth wheel. So we've got the hitch in the back of the truck. All right, so we've got it on this board here. You can see all of the places where the white is at, where you can see the background, is where our paste is going to go through. And everywhere that doesn't have that is going to be stopped by the paste. Hi, Judy. Thank you so much. Hi, Banda. So we're actually going to start our project tonight. Believe it or not. Hi, Sue. I'm back. Yes. Using bright white paste, because we're going to color this in certain spots. So all we're going to do is worry about the spots where we're going to put some color. And that's where we're going to put some bright white paste to start off with. And then we'll wash our transfer and we'll finish it up, okay? Oh my gosh, working on organizing, crafting while watching. So definitely, girl. All right, so there's just a couple of spots on him that I really want to have colored in. So we're going to do those just in white first. Mainly his face and this area here where there's the holly, okay? Everything else we're not going to worry about just quite yet. So I'm going to use my white paste on this white surface. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Julie. Thanks for sprinkling, girl. Appreciate that. And you will definitely see this white paste. But if we don't have this perfectly centered when we finish this off, it's not going to matter because it'll blend in well enough. Okay, so I want to get his face and this holly part down here. That's where we're going to add some color. Hi, Joanne. Thanks so much. So yeah, last night we finally pulled in. We were kind of slow to get up. We slept in on Sunday morning, even though we didn't plan on that. I put blackout curtains in the camper, and we didn't realize what time it was when we finally woke up. And the kids were fast asleep from playing all day on Saturday. So we got around a little bit slower than what we had planned on to get home, and decided we were going to reorganize to make our next trip a little bit easier than what it was this time around. Because, y'all, we're getting older, and it's a little harder to bend down, so we got to have the lightweight stuff up high and down low. And all the stuff that's heavy to be, like, right in the middle. All right, so we did our bright white paste. We're going to go ahead and pull this off, and you'll barely be able to see it, but you will be able to see it. Okay? So you guys can see right there as I'm pulling up my transfer, you can see that area where the holly and that ball are. And you can see right there Santa's face. Okay, so that's all we need to do to start off with. Trust the process, y'all. I'm entitled to some relaxation time. John did go, yes. He was there and he was with me. I didn't take any pictures, you guys. I basically just sat down and talked to my friends, and I drank a little bit, and I played some poker, and yeah, I actually started crafting a little bit. I started doing a project that I was trying to teach myself how to do after hearing about something. And then I saw a tutorial today and realized that everything that I did over the weekend, as I was trying to practice something new to show you guys, was completely wrong. So now I gotta go back and I gotta redo it, and I gotta figure out what I did wrong and how to do it the correct way. This is the new 9x9 Black Chubby. 9x9 Black Chubby. So you can see Santa's face right there, and you can see the holly and the ball right there. And I'm going to go ahead and lay my transfer on a thing, and I'm going to spray it down right now. We're going to clean this off before we use it again tonight. So we actually got back, and I booked another camping trip for the last weekend of this month. And once we got back, so we'll be going to a campground next time instead of just a friend's backyard. And it'll be a lot of fun there too. Yes. All right, you guys. So I've got a bunch of different colors we're going to use. Trying to think here. I don't need the red quite yet, and but I do need the green. This is our new green that's called Ivy. And I haven't used it yet, but we're going to color with this. I sound a little congested. I probably am. Being outside, I do have severe allergies. And I've been outside for the last, like, literally 3 days. So my allergies are kind of kicking my butt today. For sure. All right, and then I'm going to use Peachy Keen and Vanilla. And I'm going to mix these two colors. Oh, I do need some red. I'm going to mix these two colors together. Can you show your cleaner so I can get a screenshot of it? There's really no cleaner. It's literally just a mat. These are really cheap dish drying mats from the Dollar Tree. And I just sprayed it down with some water. I have a drawer full of these little mats from Dollar Tree. And once I clean my transfer on it, I put it in my wash machine. Anyone who has an extra pumpkin transfer that was free, I'd like to purchase one. I missed out. They're all gone. I'm so sorry, Ruth. I don't have an extra one. I wish I did. All right. So I'm going to grab out a color tray here. And in order to get a flesh tone for our Santa, we're going to mix together some vanilla and some Peachy Keen. Now, listen, y'all. We all have different colored skin. Each and every one of us. So mix it according to what you like for you and your family. Listen, Santa can be anything you want Santa to be. Okay? I am making him the spray. It's literally just water in a spray bottle. That's all it is. And then if I do use a cleaner, then it's the Dawn Power Spray. But that's all. And it doesn't matter which Dawn Power Spray. I grab any of them. This time I'm not going to use Dawn Power Spray though, this time around. All right, I'm going to grab a little bit of Peachy Keen and some vanilla. You could also add a little bit of brown to this. And see, I think I got way too much Peachy Keen. I only needed a touch. So this might be more of his cheek color. So let's just move his cheek color to the side, and we'll add some more vanilla to the other side of this tray. And mix that in. Hi, Christine. Yours is purple with pink spots. Your Santa's purple with pink spots? My vanilla's empty, you guys. Like, almost completely empty. All right, let's see if we can mix just a little more over here with just a little bit of Peachy Keen. Oh, that's good right there. Same color tray. But he needs to be a little bit peachy. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you saw it. Oh, you guys, I can't seem to get it right. Let's add a little bit of water. We're going to paint with it anyhow. See if that helps. Now I'm getting it. I needed a little bit more peachy keen in that and a little bit less for the cheeks. We're getting it. Hey, Mary. There we go. Now I've got a good flesh tone color. You could always go. Who's coming in?
Mom, could I have a paintbrush?
Can you have a paintbrush?
Yeah. One little one.
Just one little one? Yeah, you can borrow that paintbrush.
Okay, thanks.
Shut my door, buddy.
Oh, sure. I only need to color one thing.
Okay. He's out there watching Elf, y'all. Elf. You guys remember Elf? That's what Evan's watching out in the living room right now. John turned it on for him, and he was glued to the television. It was so funny. All right. So we're going to grab a paintbrush, any old paintbrush that you've got. Hi, Patty. Thank you so much. I did have a good weekend. I lost at poker, though. And I wish I hadn't lost at poker. But I did. Y'all, it's like the only time that I'm not even going to... I don't know. Is it gambling? There's a $20 buy-in amongst friends. All right. So we're going to take our paintbrush. And every single place where you're going to see Santa's skin, I am just going to paint that in. Okay? So those are his eyebrows. I'm going to leave his eyebrows. Hi, Mary Jo. You love playing Texas Hold'em? That's exactly what we played. Texas Hold'em. I lost. John and another guy tied and split the pot. Not really tied. They just decided it was time to go to bed. So they split the pot. Played a game for pennies Saturdays. Yeah, I don't think that that's gambling. Of course, I put more money on Texas Hold'em playing against my friends than I do in slot machines because I'll only spend $10 at a slot machine. As soon as I lose my $10, I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not good at the casino at all. Like, I'll try this a couple of times, and if luck's not on my side, then forget about it. No patience for them for taking my money, unless it's amongst friends. No, it was not strip poker. No, John didn't give me my 20 back. Of course not. Husband is really good, but I call him a cheater because he can count cards. You don't like to lose money? I don't either. I don't either, unless it's to my friends, and then I'm like, okay, it was just $20 amongst friends. I'm good with that. All right, so there's his face. Ooh. Trying to see, I actually think that I need to color in down here too. Now I wish I saw a picture of it. I think we're going to color in down here with that flesh tone as well. You leave when the $100 is gone? Yeah, can't do it. Just can't do it. All right, we've got our flesh tone on there. Can you guys see this? I'll hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. But we're just trying to give Santa some color on his face. Okay, so there's the color on it. Yeah, they don't like playing with me because, well, one guy anyway, because he can't read me. He can't. He's like, because I have no skill and no tactics and a really good poker face. So I don't think about it as much as everybody else thinks about it and tries to figure out like what are my odds and all of that stuff. I go by feeling and I'm like, I feel like this is a crappy hand. I don't want to play. Or I feel like this is a good hand and I can beat you. But there's no skill. There's no rhyme or reason to anything that I do. All right, I'm just adding, I added some more peachy keen to that tray and just kind of brought it over. For the flesh tone, all I mixed was vanilla and peachy keen. That was it. And then I'm adding more peachy keen to that mixture to give his cheeks and the top of his nose a little bit more rosiness. and just going right back over where I already had the peachy cane. Okay, so you guys can see that just kind of gave him a little bit more rosiness on his cheeks right there. Okay, now I'm going to grab another paintbrush, and I'm going to come back in. I think that's the end of my vanilla, y'all. I think that's the end of that vanilla. I'll get another one. Oh my gosh! Y'all are going to make me dance. All right, and now I'm going to grab my white. Just the solid white, and we're going to paint in Santa's hair. Oh, maybe I should have done his beard. Oh well. Gonna paint in his white hair and his eyebrows with the white. Oh my gosh, thank you. I think it looks pretty good too for my skin tone. Like I said, you guys, you make your Santa however you want to make your Santa. If you have a darker Santa, make him darker. If your Santa is pale, then make him more pale. Completely up to you how you want your Santa. All right, so just coming in with some white for his beard, or for his mustache and his eyebrows and his little thing of hair up there. And then for this ball down here, I think I probably should have chalked his entire... Use chalk to make his hair dirty looking. I love that. You could totally do that. As a matter of fact, let's do that then, and I'll show them what you mean, I think. Like, I've got it to where it's bright, 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 bright white right now for his hair. Apparently, I've been watching the pumpkin spice line. Just realized it was a past one. How it switched on me. Oh no, Cassie. All right, so we're gonna give his hair a little bit more definition then. Just because it was mentioned, and we can totally do that. I'm gonna use the same white paintbrush. And let's grab a little bit of, I'm going to go with, I think, camel. No, bark. Bark. Let's go with, the word for tonight is Santa. Santa. We're going to make Santa's hair just look a little bit dirty. A little bit more definition in here. I'm not going to use the same paintbrush, as a matter of fact. I'm going to grab another one that's a little bit more coarse of a paintbrush and just barely dip it in here. And then wipe it off, okay? And I'm just barely going to give him a little bit of some brown streaks, almost as if Santa used to be a brunette. You know. Maybe he used to be. And his hair went white. Be creative. Do whatever you want to do with it. Make your Santa your own Santa. However you want him. I actually think I want a little bit of water on that. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, wrong water. Oh, I'm so glad that they just put them out for you. Those little cutting boards. Yes, I love those little cutting boards. And they're so hard to find. Once they're gone. Oh my gosh, I think my kid's back in the tub again for the second time today. All right, I'm adding a little bit of brown and then just kind of using my finger to smudge it in there a little bit. with some water. Just give them a little bit of a dirtier white. You can do it however you want to do it. Just to give it a little bit more. Check out a comment about the chalk. Use chalk for a lot of highlighting. I have a big box of chalk sticks for that. Really? Huh. I don't think I've ever used chalk for highlighting, but that's actually a really good tip. A really good tip. Maybe I'll have to steal my kids' chalk. Because they've got some. All right, let's do our other little pieces here. We've got some holly that we can do in green, and then we've got some, just gotta find the right brush. You guys, I'm kind of picky about what brush I use for different things a little bit. This one's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Carol. I get that. That would be cool. That would be cool. All right, a little bit of the candy apple red for the little holly berries. And then we have a new color right here, you guys, that's called Ivy, and it's a new green. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this Ivy. It's brand new. I'm going to use it right out of the jar and just paint in all of this holly here with this Ivy color. This is a really pretty green. Y'all, I think that Ivy might beat Pesto. I've always loved Pesto, but Ivy is beautiful. It's like perfect for holly berries. Got to get to chalking, so I'm so behind on the transfers I've received. I hear you, girl. I have so many. And you guys, if you missed it, I also posted today on the page and in the featured section that there will be a Christmas in July live sale on Friday this week at 6 o'clock. So if you're unfamiliar with a live sale, that means that you'd be shopping out of my inventory for transfers that are no longer available on the website that I have here at my house. And when you shop my inventory, you can get transfers that you can't get any other place. And I usually am able to send out invoices within 48 hours and get them shipped very, very quickly and to you very, very fast. Hope you had a great weekend. Question. I'm doing a doormat. What temp do I use? I've never done a doormat, Brenda. I would say 350, but it depends on the material. Really, Mary Beth? Just did the resin bookmarks. I need to do those. I really need to do those. All right, you guys, we've got this all. Oh, I know, Ray. There's another release coming out tomorrow. Oh, shucks. You guys, you know what I just did? I put the cap for the Ivy, the brand new cap for Ivy. The live sale is going to be Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. All right, so we've got our Santa all colored in. I think it depends on the material of your mat as to what temperature, because if it has any plastic or rubber in it, then you're going to want to use a lower temperature. I've never done one before. All right, you guys, we're going to set that aside, and we're going to bring our transfer back over, and we're going to give this a quick little wash. I just realized I have no idea what happened to my board eraser. Where did it go? I probably took it with me over the weekend. But that's okay, I have more. Hi, Kim. All right, so if you're not familiar with these are our board erasers. They're similar to a magic eraser, only they don't have chemicals. And without them, cleaning a transfer is much more difficult. So the one tomorrow is going to be months of the, like, birth months. Birth months. And they're special, like, they're flowers for each birth month. And I don't know if they're releasing all 12 months or if they're just going to release a couple of them. Sandy said she thinks she used 305 for 30 seconds. So that's a live sale where I show the transfers. They're not available on my site. They're all retired transfers that I have here at my house. Yes, Carol, you can. Carol just claimed the busted canvas behind me. I can add that in with your hat. They said it was a couple, so there probably will only be maybe 6 transfers released tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. 12 maximum if they do all of them, but I don't think that they're going to do them all at one time. I think they're starting off with August, September, and October. All right, so we're just cleaning up our transfer, both the sticky side and the front side. With our board eraser. And then we're going to give this a quick dry. Just 3 months. Okay. Just so it's not wet when I lay it back down. All right, y'all, let's check this out and see how it goes. We're now going to do the entire thing, almost the entire thing, in black velvet. So we're going to fuzz this again. I'm not going to wax my surface. Just because if I want to come in and touch up any of those spots where I painted, once I wax it, I can't do that. Yeah, I feel lucky that they're going to release it now because my birthday's in August, so.
Done.
You're done? Thank you for bringing it back, buddy. All right, so I'm just lining this back up just where it was before. And because I did this in white before, I'm able to see where my lines are at and get it lined up. Like right there is perfect. Right there is perfect. That's exactly where I had it before. Because I can see that the white has dropped down into that area where the silk screen is at. Okay. And now we're going to do our second layer on here. You're a September baby, so you're excited. Yay! Did I not get out the black velvet? I didn't. What in the world? What was I thinking? I definitely need black velvet. I thought I had it out. Did I not have it out? Where did it go? You guys! It's always something with me, isn't it? I'm always ducking down to find something. Yours would be rose for June. Oh, I can't wait for the June one then. All right, you guys, so we're going to do the rest of this now, all with black and red. Yours is September 11th, so your birth month should be coming out tomorrow. September for you, too. All right. September baby, too, but this baby has a big birthday this year. What? Lynn, what? You're going to be 30? Couldn't find your transfer, Terry. I get it. I've been there too. All right. I think I actually want 2 regular size. So we're going to start off by doing all of the black first because that's going to be the fastest. Okay. So I'm going to do everything in black except this part of his hat and his mouth. And we'll see that everything else has already been, all the spots that we colored in are now going to become much, 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 much more detailed. Daisy is April. Definitely 30. Good. Well, happy 30th birthday this year. Love that for you. No, we're not going to double anything. On my page, we can all be 30. How is that? You come here and you're 30 again. I like that idea. I am a Virgo, yes. I am. I don't know what all that do you guys follow the astrology? Because I can't seem to figure out the astrology thing. I don't get it. Like, I understand that there's stars in the sky. I understand that there's a constellation that is associated with my birthday. And somehow that is supposed to tell people more about who I am. But I don't understand how that works. Like, all Virgos are supposed to be a certain way because the moon says so. And the stars align. I don't get it. No. You can't figure out astrology either? I love it. We can all lose some years. Oh, that's right. Okay, good. All right, I'm just trying to avoid the mouth and the hat. Everything else is going to be black velvet. This is going to be our outlining color. Virgos are analytical. Huh. Biggest one is next to Libra. Libra, very true for me. I'd never followed it. Analytical, huh? We're supposed to analyze everything? I think ahead about everything, but I don't think I analyze. You're very much a Virgo? I don't know. Those of you who follow astrology, do you think that I fit the Virgo category based on what you know about me? Now that you know I'm a Virgo? Does it fit, or do I fit a different sign better? I don't know. You guys tell me. All right. Here we go, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up all of the part that's black first, just so that this doesn't start to dry in the silk screen and it turns out even more perfectly. So here we go. See, it already started to dry in that one spot. And then you can see Virgos are very detail oriented. Now that kind of makes sense for me. You can see the color in Santa's face now. You were telling someone you were older than you are, like on accident? Did you forget how old you are? And then there's that part there as well. So now that we've got those pieces pulled up, we're just going to press this back down in the spots where we haven't chalked yet and let the rest of it just fall. And then I'm going to grab my cherry paste and we're going to fill in the rest of this. I definitely fit Virgo. Okay, good. Am I on the cusp? Yes. My birthday is the 25th. Okay, Marge, I get that. Thank you. All right, so here we go. We're going to do his mouth as carefully as I can with this, with the candy apple. I'm mixing it into the black just a little bit, but I really don't want his mouth to be black. He's got to have those gorgeous red Santa lips. September 22nd, and you're a true Virgo, 60 this year. Thank you, Diane. And then we're going to do the hat in red too. just because of where all the color is at. Now, you guys stay tuned because we're still going to do more than this. Sisters the 24th, you are a mix of both. Okay, how so? I'm on the cusp of Virgo. You're definitely a Libra. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. November is chrysanthemum or peony. I'm curious to see this new release tomorrow. See how well it goes. I just hope my flower is pretty. Oh, you guys. This is really close, so hopefully I can get this red right where I want it. And no place that I don't. All right, I think I did all right. Here we go. Let's pull him up and see how he turns out. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing? Let's pull him up and let's check out our Santa. Here we go. Y'all ready? This is it. The paste peel and the reveal. Okay, what do you guys think? I think it turned out super awesome. We're still not done yet. I'm going to do a little bit more to this. But you can now see the color that we've got in his face and the detail that putting that black around there really gave to our Santa Claus. I do wish that I would have used a pinker color for his lips because now he looks like, dare I say, with the extremely red lips. I mean, y'all get what I'm saying. Looks like Santa has been getting into Mrs. Claus's lipstick, y'all. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe I should have gone with that peachy keen on his lips instead. Yes, I could definitely paint over them. You love him? Thank you. I do think that I'm going to correct those lips a little bit, though. Yes! Gabby! Oh, he kissed his wife before he left. That's possible. All right, let's try this up. I think I got to do something, you guys. I need those lips to me just scream, well, ho, ho, ho. Oh, he's embracing his feminine side for sure. You love a man with a dark red lip. Oh, man. All right, we're going to try something real quick here. I still have that peony out. Let's try to paint over it with peony. I could also lay the transfer down and go over it with peony. But let's see if putting a little bit of water into the cap here, maybe we can mix this color with the red and kind of just tone it down a little bit. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if painting it was the right answer. It's definitely lower. Now he looks like he's got... I know what you mean. ever think that. He knows you guys are he knows that he knows. Heck, I laugh at myself even without you guys. That's just my personality. And he loves me. I'm so afraid to get too close to the edge to go outside of the lip that I'm always making it look like he's got lip liner. It might be better to wash the transfer and go over it again, but this is lessening that red a little bit. He doesn't look quite so, actually, I think I kind of like that. You guys tell me, is that better? Is that better, just adding a little bit more peony on top of it? What do you think? I think that that's better. I think that you can still see the red through it, but there's the peony on there just made that a little less feminine. I mean, a little less femme fatale, right? He's puckering up. All right, that's better. Okay, you guys, so here's what we're going to do next. I actually thought we would do something a little bit different tonight to do a background for our Santa, okay? So we've got him good right now with our chalk paste. We've got some color to him. He looks fantastic. But the board still looks a little bit plain. Yeah, I gave him a little bit more toned down of a look. And I could do a second coat if I want it to be even lighter. But you guys, I don't recommend giving him red lips. You guys see what happened. They were way too red. He was a vixen for a minute there. All right, so here's what we're going to do, you guys. I actually have a napkin here that I really, really love that I think is going to go great with this image of Santa. So we're going to take our napkin and pull it apart to where we've only got that first top layer. Okay, so this is just a regular old napkin. This is not going to work with paper. I even tried the really thin scrapbook paper. You really need a napkin to pull off what I'm about to do. Just to tell you guys. Just so you know. And you just want that first one. You have on the same shirt as me right now? Are you serious, Carlene? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're going to pull this apart and just expose one layer. The thinnest top layer on here. Move that board out of the way. I did not make this shirt. Oh, thanks, Pat. That's my goal. You guys, listen, I've told people 1,000 times, like crafting, yeah, I love to craft. I think that it's fun, but the way that my job at the end of the day is not to come on here and to show you guys how to craft. This is not my goal. Maybe it's my job. It's not my goal. My goal every single time that I come on here live with you guys is to make sure that no matter how crappy of a day you might have had, you go to bed with a smile on your face. That's all I care about. If you make a purchase, sure, that's great. It really helps my family out. If you join my club, really helps my family out. If you join my perks membership, it really helps my family out. But at the end of the day, I just want to make you happy. That's all that matters to me. Okay? All right, so you guys, I'm going to grab a water pen. Thank you so much for the stars. All right, so I'm going to grab my water pen, and as you guys can see, once you lay your napkin down, I hope you guys can see this, you can actually see the black outline of your Santa Claus underneath the napkin. You guys see how that happens? Where you can see right through it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to lay my napkin down, and let's do it right there where it's right in the center. And I'm going to use my water pen, and I'm just going to trace around my Santa, okay? And just tear out my napkin. Right where my Santa's at. Fold it under so it doesn't slip. But I'm trying to rip it at the same time, and if it's folded under, then I'm gonna have to unfold it. I'm good. I'm good. If that works better for you, then absolutely do that. But I'm just trying to go around the design with my water pen to get an outline around my Santa. And I had a better water pen than this, but for some reason I couldn't. Yes, this is a Kids Magic water pen. It sure is. I had an adult one. But I went to unscrew it today to add some more water to it, and I could not get it unscrewed. And it was out of water. So I was like, you know what? This is going to have to do. This is a doodle pen. It's a doodle water pen. So I'm just carefully giving this a rip as I go around. And add some water to my napkin. What, buddy?
Can I have the tablet back because, like...
You can ask your dad. He got in trouble today, you guys, and I had to take the tablet off. No shame in my game. I did not, Carol. It did not come yet. All right, so just going around and then ripping that napkin right where the water is at. Getting as close as I can to them, but not trying to be overly precise. And it should rip really, really easily. No shame in my game at all. There we go. There's a little piece there I want to rip out. No, I don't. We'll leave it. No, we're going to leave it. All right. Almost there. Keeping the entire thing as still as I possibly can. And ending up right where I started. All right, now there we have it. We've got it to where our Santa is at is all cut out of our napkin. And we're just going to remove this piece here and just keep our outline piece. Okay, oh, it's drying. So this is the piece that we're going to discard, and we're going to keep the rest of this, okay? All right, now we can pull this away, and then hopefully we can line it back up when we're ready. Hopefully. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece right here and just kind of set it aside, and we're going to grab some Mod Podge. And just to be extra precise with my Mod Podge, I'm going to put it in a color tray, and we're going to paint with our Mod Podge around our Santa. Okay, ready for this? Ready for this? I am going to use a brush instead of using my normal other brush. And it's okay if your Mod Podge dries, because we're going to dry it up and we're going to iron this thing on anyhow. Thank you, Pam. Hopefully this will turn out how I think it's going to. And then we're also going to do it around the edges as well. Just give him a super awesome background. All right, so just brushing my Mod Podge everywhere that my napkin is going to go, all the way around on this entire board, all around my Santa. I'm doing good, Ro. My heart is looking good. Well, thank you. I don't quite know what you mean by that. What do you mean my heart's looking good? Oh my gosh. I have not recently been to a cardiologist, so I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. All right. All the way around. Anywhere where the napkin's going to be. Where did we start? We started right here, so we're almost done. And then we're going to give this a good dry. Hi, Missy. Guess you have an insect on here you need to exterminate. Who's my insect? I don't see an insect. Can you tag it if I've got somebody I need to exterminate? Because I don't see it. Sometimes that happens, you guys. Oh. I don't know. All right, we're going to give this a dry and dry up all of that Mod Podge. Maybe. We'll see if they make another comment. And then I've got my heat press over here. And I've got it heating up. Actually, it's just my little mini iron. And now we're going to line our napkin back up with our Santa. As soon as we figure out which way it goes. Now, since we dried our Mod Podge, we should be able to line this up really well. Right there. Right there. You guys, I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Hi, Bridget. And throw down a piece of parchment paper, and we're going to go ahead and just iron that paper right to that Mod Podge. Okay? And it should iron down really, really easily because it's a napkin. I think this is going to look awesome. We shall find out, though. I've never done this technique before. So far, I think he's looking really, really good. Oh, you guys, that turned out really good. Awesome. Hi, Linda. You Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. All right, we still have some napkin left. Hanging around the edges. You guys, look at that. Look how good that looks with the napkin Mod Podged around it. I think that looks fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab that brush again and that Mod Podge. And I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm actually going to start with the top because if you've got this setting on a table, the top is the part that you're going to see the most. Maybe. So we're going to go ahead and just Mod Podge the top up here. Dry that up real quick and just, I think I'm not going to do the back of it. I think I'm going to sand it from the edge to the back. Thank you. Just give this a quick dry with my dryer. And then I can fold this right over the top. Give that a good pull. And we can Mod Podge, or we can heat set that right there too. I am surprised because I just kind of come up with this stuff before I come live and I'm like, hey, let's try this together and hope it works out. And sometimes I surprise myself when it does. The word for tonight is Santa. Type Santa in the comments. All right, so there's the top part of it done. I'm going to burn this other cord if I'm not careful. Now that, ooh. I think I need to come back through and iron that one part again. All right, now we're going to move over to this next corner here. And I'm going to start off by folding it in and then folding it down. Just so that I don't have to cut it. Thank you so much, Missy. So we're going to take this first little piece right here. So it looks like it's been gift wrapped. And I'm not going to iron that. I'm just going to put that down on there wet. And then go right over top of it with my next layer. And we're going to make this look like it's been gift wrapped. With the wrapped edges. All right, let's try that. Oh, you know what I should have done? Hold on. Oh, well. I should have done the top and the bottom and then the sides. But I didn't, so we're just going to keep going with it. In hindsight, I didn't think that went through. Yep, it's just a napkin that I used. Like I said, you'll need to find a napkin to use. You can't use paper with this because even the thinner scrapbook paper, you can't see through in order to do the cut lines around your Santa. Oh, you guys, he's looking awesome. All right, I'm going to flip it over and do the same on this side. It looks like it does kind of look like a high-end gift bag, doesn't it? And I didn't dry that other Mod Podge. I just kind of let it go wet, didn't I? Oh, iron, you're not turning off yet. I'm not done with you. Ugh! Thank you, Ro. All right, we'll fold this side over, a parchment paper and some heat. And if I sand it at the top, hindsight makes you human. Absolutely. You guys do as I say, not as I do. Do one side and then the other. And then come back and do the bottom part. It'll make so much more sense that way. All right, I'm figuring it out as I go. That's kind of how I do it. That's what I do here. All right, putting that side right down into the wet glue, or the wet Mod Podge. Same with that side, and then I can Mod Podge over it, dry it, and then heat it. There we go. This is what happens when I try to multitask, you guys. I can't get my drawer closed. All right, last little bit now. Fold it over. We're going to pull it tight. And we're going to Mod Podge that right around those edges. And now we have, ooh, that wasn't quite dry. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so now we have them looking like this. We can take our sanding block now. And we're just going to sand at a downward angle. Ooh, that's got blue all over it. Let's use a different one. Oh, man. Standing at a downward angle, and we're going to remove all the rest of that napkin. Just to make this look really, really clean. And it should fall right off of there with very minimal sanding. You went to see your cousin in Pennsylvania? Cousin in York, Pennsylvania, and you spent $500 at Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh! It's so easy to do. But what did you do? Redecorate your whole house? You know what? It's easy to do because now that we don't have a Bed Bath & Beyond anymore, and Hobby Lobby is now selling all the stuff that Bed Bath & Beyond used to. Well, at least not all of it, a lot of it. And Joann's is out. It's like you can get everything. Yeah, you can get everything at Hobby Lobby. Everything. Did you buy the Grinch tree? Tell me you got the Grinch tree. Oh, you guys, I think that looks awesome. I think it looks awesome. Do we embellish? Do you guys want to embellish, or are we good? I feel like we could add a little bit of something to this Santa. Hobby Lobby spring shop on clearance. Ooh! Look how cute that is, though, you guys, with that awesome background on there. I'm wondering, what can I do to Santa? I didn't plan on putting any kind of embellishments. You didn't see the Grinch tree? Oh my gosh, now Linda's going back. Looks great. Oh, thank you, you guys. All right, I don't think I'm going to embellish him. I like him just the way. Sparkles on the beard. Sparkles on the beard. That's a possibility. gloss. Navy lip gloss. Let me see, you guys. I actually have some stuff in here. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kathy. I have stuff everywhere, but I actually think that I've got in this little bin here. I have points. Yes. I got some extra really little pieces of some holly. An earring. He doesn't really have ears. Small ho 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 on the opposite side of the hat. No sparkles on a man. We do have some cute little holly. And I also have, I love this stuff and I hardly ever get to use it. Little red, maybe I need my glue gun after all. A nose ring. Dana. The hat needs a bell, but he's got the puffy thing right there. I'm thinking just on this edge where there's like nothing else. Maybe we just give it a little bit. And I'll have to glue this in place, you guys, because it'll slide right off the corner. Let's see how it looks. Just a little bit of some ribbon and a piece of holly. Something to fluff up the trim on his hat. Mary Beth, I have an idea for that. I could definitely do that. I definitely could. What do you guys think about something just simple like that? I don't know. But then it hangs over him. I'm not sure. Put the tag in the back, maybe? Carol says no. Carol says no. I don't know, you guys. There's always a ton of stuff you can do for embellishments. We could try this. You think just the holly? The holly almost perfectly lines up with his hat, with what's right here. I could almost put it right there. All right, let's try some snow text. Because why not, you guys? Let's try some snow text. I love snow text. I wish I had flock. I do not have flock. But let's try some snow text because this stuff is pretty awesome. And it'll dry. You put it on there. And it dries right where you put it, but it gives it a little bit more fluff. You guys see what that does? just kind of fluffs it up a little bit and gives it some definition. And I could do the same thing on that part of his hat with some snow text. And just kind of fluff up his hat a little bit. Gives it a little bit more dimension. Just something simple, but this will have to lay flat to dry and to adhere. Use a cotton ball. I have little pom-poms that are white. I do like the snow text though because it allows me to form it and move it where I want it to go. And it just gives him that extra little bit of dimension, and I can stay away from his hair. They might wrinkle out. Cut glass or glitter. What might wrinkle out? You guys, I'm liking this. Thank you, Carol. This was not in the cart link, by the way, you guys, but you can pick this up at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Amazon. Ah! There we go. There we go. I like the snow text. And we could add a little bit of glitter to the snow text if we really want to give him a little bit more, you know, a little bit more. But I like that. You guys, should we give him one little holly berry on his hat up here? Maybe to go with the holly berry that's at the bottom? Like that, maybe? No! Missy says yes. I'm not sure that I love the holly berry on his hat, you guys. Honestly, I'm not. I think he looks good how he is with just that little bit of dimension. All right, you guys are all saying yes, though. Okay, well, then we'll leave it. We'll let the snow text just kind of keep it in there. All right, you guys. I think we're done playing with him. He's cute. He's cute. I love how the background turned out. I think it looks amazing. And I love the little bit of extra definition with Roxanne says no. Some people say yes. Love the holly berry. It really just depends on your personal preferences, y'all. But I think our Santa looks cute. Y'all grab the supply list for this. Grab all the things to make it yourself. The napkin, I don't even remember where I got it at. I have a huge supply of napkins. But what I might be able to do is put this one in a napkin bundle coming up for our live sale on Friday. So stay tuned for that. I will try to have enough of those ready to go to be able to do some napkin bundles this week as well on that live sale. So you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you picked something up from this video, and maybe you'll try something like this with the decoupaging with a transfer, okay? All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all so much. That's it for tonight. I will see you guys back here again tomorrow. 9:30 Eastern time. Terry says no holly. Some people love it, some people don't. Like I said, completely personal preference. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.